Central State University, class of 2012, the tassel is worth the hassle. It's graduation day. It's graduation day, and we feel nothing but pride and joy. You are those who arrived early and stayed late. You studied and aced midterms and finals. You researched papers and projects and worked jobs to make one end meet the other end. You bent, but you refused to break. You tired, but you refused to quit. You were burdened, but you were unbowed. Graduates, it's graduation day. You move from knowing that a freshman is one who doesn't know and who doesn't know that he doesn't know. A sophomore is one who knows but is not completely convinced of knowing that they have reached the goal. A junior is one who knows but doesn't know that he knows. But a senior is one who knows and knows that he knows. Central State University, with a standard of excellence without excuse. Not what could have been and should have been and might have been, but was not. Graduates, you are a manifestation of the mission. For this institution has served for over 125 years this year. They have served more black men than any other Ohio institution. So while some would say that our men would be absent from the community and absent from the home and absent from the school and absent from the workplace, news flash, 50% of our men understand today it's graduation day. Destiny is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice, and it's not to be waited for, it's a thing to be achieved. So while some would tell you that you can't, these graduates have come to tell all of us that you can. You can analyze the situation, you can investigate the resources, and you can develop a plan, because if you set a goal at nothing, it's for sure you're going to hit it every time. It's graduation day. So if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if gladly you'll sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it, if you'll simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, nor famine, nor gaunt, nor sickness, nor pain, nor body, or brain, if none of those things can keep you away from that thing that you want, if dogged and grim you will besiege and beset it, surely you will get it. Go for it, because it's graduation day. And we feel nothing but pride and joy. Good morning. To the community of faith, and to President John W. Garland, the Marauder Man, give him around 15 years, give him around. Servant leadership and vision has made us deservedly proud. To First Lady CSU, Carolyn Garland, and to their lovely family, to the Provost, Dr. Juliet B. Bell, to the noteworthy Board of Trustees and Chair, Mr. Gary Dowdell, and to the dedicated administrators, faculty, and staff, to the distinguished graduating class of 2012, some are graduating magna cum laude, some are graduating summa cum laude, some are finishing cum laude, and some are graduating, oh Lordy Lord, thank you Lord. gold centrillions, the class of 1962, to the grandparents and parents and brothers, sisters, cousins. Is that your cousin? No, that's not my cousin, but that's my cousin's cousin's cousin, so that's my cousin. To the friends and supporters of all graduates, and to this magnificent chorus of Central State. To the honorees for your exceptional job well done, your unselfish contributions of time and talent to this institution of higher learning and beyond, to the outstanding alumni of this your beloved alma mater, to the sorors of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, sister links, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Can you believe it? You made it. And I'm excited for you, the graduates, the families, immediate and extended, whether first generation or a long line of those who have made it against the odds. Through it all, no matter how long the journey, or cold, the chill, or fierce the enemy, or few the friends, you made it. Your degree is your ticket to be the change that you want to see in the world. And the person who graduates today and stops learning tomorrow is uneducated the day after. So for just a few moments, I want to focus upon this thing. When I was growing up in Indianapolis, we played a child's game. And one person would go out in the backyard and they would say, "I dare you." And then somebody would come back and say, "I double dare you." So graduates, I dare you. Because I'm a lawyer, and lawyers deal a great deal with facts, and facts will tell you what happened and when it happened and how it happened and who it happened to. So I want you to think about it. What's so good about goodbye? When all it does is make you cry. If leaving is believing, then it's got to make you sad. Tell me what's so good about goodbye. And then we'll look at the evidence which will buttress our facts, because I want you to hear John Legend when he said the future started yesterday and we're already running late. The future started yesterday and we're already running late. And so graduates, whatever you're going through, and if you haven't gone through anything, then just keep on living. Whatever you're going through, I want you to remember that I came on graduation and said it's just a temporary inconvenience for a permanent improvement. So you have to never give up. Never give up. Whatever you're going through, never, 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 never give up. Because you've already proven that you can turn a stumbling block into a stepping stone, and an obstacle into an opportunity. You turned a barrier into a benchmark. You turned a mess into a miracle. You turned a vice into a victory. And even when you believe you've reached the end of your rope, you tied a knot and held on. I dare you. I double dare you. Education is life learning, and it involves education and socialization and interaction, because you have to work with yourself and others, because everybody is somebody, and people want to know that you care before they care what you know. Love is not what makes the world go round. Love is what makes the ride worthwhile. Knowledge is power, and information is a positive response to a negative threat, and ignorance is not bliss. That which you don't know will hurt you. And if you think education is expensive, what do you think ignorance is going to cost us? Education is the great equalizer. You look around your dorm rooms and your apartments, and at one time it was all made in America. And now you look around and it says made in China. Global exposure. Now, there's going to be one billboard, and it's simply going to read, if you can't deliver, don't advertise. Because the issue is not only to work hard, it's to work smart. And even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. Intellectual capital is in. Brains are in. Money may not buy happiness, but it will pay the consultant to study the problem. Hello? I dare you. I double dare you. Why is it important to even think that one person can make a difference? Life is full of difficult decisions. But the right choice isn't always the easy choice or the popular choice, but you have to stand the test and make that choice, because leadership is not personality, it's performance. Leadership is not effort, it's results. And leaders understand that good intentions should never suffice when a backbone is required. So, I work a lot for NASA, and I told them I was coming here, and I said, listen, I'll be at Central State, and these are minds that will lead the globe. And I told this physicist, tell me something about the human mind from a scientific standpoint so I can tell the graduates. He said, Pat, tell them that the mind is a self-balancing 28-jointed adaptive base biped. The mind has an electrochemical reduction plant that's integrated with segregated states of special energy extracts with storage batteries. The mind has a subsequent activation system with hydraulic pumps with motors attached. The mind has 62,000 miles of capillaries with the whole extraordinary complex mechanism. It's guided with exquisite precision. It has a telescopic and a microscopic rangefinder. It has a spectroscope with a main fuel intake and exhaust system. So may I suggest to you that a mind is a terrible thing to waste. In other words, CSU, in life, you can strike out or you can hit a home run, but you have to be in the game. You've learned everybody does not deserve a front row seat in your life. Everybody cannot be a part of your posse. You're clear that whatever you're going through, remember, neither success nor failure is ever final. So in other words, a setback is a setup for a comeback. A setback, say that, a setback is a setup for a comeback. On the road to success, sometimes you will run, and sometimes you will fall. But if you fall, try to fall on your back, because if you fall on your back, you can look up. And if you can look up, you can see up. And if you can see up, you can get up. Don't have excuses or explanations. I'm from Indianapolis. When I graduated, when I got ready to go off to college, nobody from my neighborhood went to school. We were so poor, there was no R on the word poor. We were poor. But my whole neighborhood turned out. They said, Patty, be somebody. I said, be what? They said, be somebody. When I went off to school, I didn't have a car to get me to class, but my feet got me to class just fine. I didn't have anything electronic to do computations in math and science. I did not have a bed in a bag to decorate my dorm room. But may I suggest to you, 4 years later, while some begged out, while some pleaded out, while some played bid whiz trying to get out, I put my degree under my arm and I marched out. The future started yesterday, and we're already running late. Have you ever been late for anything? Late for the appointment. It's 9 o'clock and you get there at 9. You're already late. Late on getting registered to vote. Ready or not. When this nation has disrespected this president of these United States, late on the student cadre of the capable, competent, and prepared who must focus on Trayvon Martin laying dead in his grave, late. Have you ever been late for anything? Fiscal responsibility at a time of poverty in this country, when you discover that $1 will go a very long way, you can carry it around for days without finding anything it will buy. Late. Late on mainstream participation when promises must be fulfilled. I'm asking you, class of 2012, be like a postage stamp. Stick to one thing until you get there. You see, tie your learning to action. Be the leader that you are. Have a good attitude. Somebody should write a book on it. I did. Have you been around? Look at your classmates. A good attitude. That good attitude will make you think you can do anything, and you have. See, people stood back and said, oh, you won't make it, but you made it. You see, a good attitude will move you all the way from duh to ah. But have you been around anybody with a negative attitude? Who thought this up? Why are we doing it this way? Well, graduates, A is for your attitude, and that's going to determine your altitude, how high you're going to fly in this life. And B is for brain power, and that's the best demonstration of who you are. C is for your courage to be strong in a time in which you may have neither the motivation or the inclination to be inspired. D is for dedication to causes that are just, and E is for the effort that you have to put forth every day to be a superstar, just to be considered average. F is for freedom that is not free, and G is for the genius in each one of us, and H is for our heritage, rich and pure, and I is for the intuition to look beyond the obvious, and J is for justice and the fact that we must fight every day to keep it colorblind. K is for knowledge. Knowledge is power, and L is for life. And it is true, you only go around one time. And this is not a practice run. M is for meditation. Take time to get to know who you are. N is for now. For now is the hour. And O is for the opportunity to make a difference. P is for the promise that you hold for generations yet unborn. And Q is for the questions that you must always be willing to ask. And R is for the roots. For as a twig is bent, so shall it grow. S is for survival. And it will be the survival of the swiftest. T is for the truth that you must be willing to tell. U is for the unity that we must achieve. V is for the vision. Never lose sight of the top of the mountain. And W is for the willpower to rise to the top of the crop. X is for X-ray. Whole people, persons, and things are up to the light. Y is for you and your contribution. And Z is for the zodiac and your place in the sun. I dare you. You will be disrespected and disliked and disrupted and disappointed and discouraged and denied and sometimes just dissed. But graduates, look to your left, and look to your right. That's somebody. That person is going to rise to the top of their career. That person is going to be a senior VP, a CFO, a CEO, the honorable judges on the bench, the physicians and the technicians. That person is going to be somebody. So you honor your classmates and treat everybody like they're somebody, because everybody is. You see, Noah's Ark was built by amateurs, but the Titanic was built by professionals. So don't be scared. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Remember that your word is your bond. So pass the light. See, the elevator is up for you today. Send it back down to get somebody else who needs to come this way. Send it back down for somebody who needs to come and have this experience and exposure. The climb, I can almost see it, the dreaming and dreaming, the climb, and you think you can never reach it, and every step you're taking, every move, you feel like you're making it, and you don't think you can find your way. Don't worry about what's on the other side of the mountain. The main thing is that you just climb. Climb. So, Leanne Womack said, I hope you never lose your sense of wonder, graduates. You get your fill to eat, but always keep the hunger. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand in front of the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope another one opens, and promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances. I hope you'll dance. So as you come forward in just a few moments to get your degree, I want to thank you. I want to thank all the families. I want to thank the administrators, but not locally. I want to thank you globally for this exceptional job well done. So if I were thanking you in French, I would say merci beaucoup. If I were saying thank you in Japanese, I would say arigato. If I was saying thank you in German, I would say dankeschön. If I were saying thank you in Yoruba, I would say ose. If I were saying thank you in Haitian, I would say merci beaucoup. If I were saying thank you in Russian, I would say spasibo. If I was saying thank you in Chinese Cantonese, I would say duje. If I was saying thank you in Chinese Mandarin, I would say siche. If I was saying thank you in Portuguese, I would say obrigado. If I was saying thank you in Cherokee, I would say wado. If I was saying thank you in Arabic, I would say shukran. If I was saying thank you in American Sign Language, I would say. If I was saying thank you in Italian, I would say mille grazia, infinita, centrale stata, universitia, class of 2012. But since I am what I am, a little black girl growing up in Indianapolis, now living in Atlanta, Georgia, I'd say thank you here. Thank you, because it is graduation day. And I feel nothing but pride and joy. I dare you. I double dare you.
Class of 2012, I double dare you. I'd like to present this to Patricia Russell-McCloud in appreciation for your contribution as 2012 commencement speaker. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Patricia. Thank you.
Thank you.